In the last 24 hours, our Dave McMenamin reporting that a source familiar with the Anthony Davis trade request said that Pelicans GM Dell Demps is not picking up his phone when it comes to offers on the table for the 25-year-old superstar. The NBA trade deadline is just 8 days away. Now, just as a reminder, this is what LeBron told McMenamin on December 18th on the possibility of having Davis as a teammate. Quote, "That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Like, duh. That would be incredible." Stephen A. shedding more light on the LeBron-AD relationship.
From what I'm being told, LeBron James, it's not about Rich Paul, it's not about anybody else. LeBron James has personally spoken to Anthony Davis dating back to this summer. LeBron James has made this pitch. That had a lot to do with why Anthony Davis ended up being with Rich Paul. Do I know this to be true? No. I'm sure there are people in Rich Paul's camp and beyond who would deny this. And I don't know because I wasn't an eyewitness to it. But from what I have been told, LeBron James himself was communicating directly with Anthony Davis this previous offseason, which ultimately led to Anthony Davis signing on with Clutch Sports, Rich Paul, which obviously LeBron has a stake in, and as a result, that benefits all parties concerned.
Look at the Lakers, who have a ton of young talent that would likely be a key fixture of a possible trade for AD. According to ESPN's Kevin Pelton, LA's top 6 assets are Lonzo, Kuzma, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, Zubats, and last year's first-round pick Mo Wagner. And it's great to have PTI's Mike Wilbon join us now live on SportsCenter. Michael, with the report that Demps is not picking up the phone right now, what kind of offer must the Lakers make to impress the Pelicans GM?
None. The Pelicans GM, if he's not picking up the phone, is telling you, I'm not going to make a deal prematurely. It doesn't make a difference how many assets you put up there on the screen. He's not ready. He doesn't feel he has to be moved into that. There's probably a lot more pressure on Magic Johnson to make a deal now before the deadline than there is on Dell Demps and New Orleans. He's still under contract to them. So what would be the rush for New Orleans? It would seem unless the Lakers could overwhelm him with a deal. And that overwhelming is relative to what Boston might be able to put out there, which we know without Kyrie Irving being involved in that, they're going to have to wait till this summer. So no, why would the Pelicans answer the phone and be sort of pushed? Magic Johnson is a persuasive man. We all know that. I know that from having known him all our adult lives. So if you're Dell Demps, you probably don't want to talk to Magic Johnson at this point.
Right now, the Pelicans are in the driver's seat. And if you look at the Lakers, they're 2 games out of the 8th spot in the West here. LeBron will miss his 18th straight game tomorrow. If they strike out and they can't acquire Anthony Davis here before the deadline, how good is this team out West when LeBron returns?
Well, when LeBron was there, the Lakers were 4th in the West, and he's gone out. And you mentioned 17 straight games already, 18 if he misses tomorrow night here against the Clippers. I mean, they're going to be hard-pressed with 31 games left to put together a stretch, by the way, with their toughest scheduling of the season facing them. People think, oh, after the break, there's a chunk of games. There won't be. A lot of teams are going to be down to 23, 24, 25 games after the break. So LeBron James would have to get in the lineup, Kevin, stay in the lineup, and the Lakers would have to be as effective the rest of the way as they were when LeBron was healthy and in that lineup.
All right, trying to get him healthy. That is the key. Tomorrow night, the Lakers face the Clippers, who are in that 8th spot out West. More from Mike tonight on NBA Countdown. Top of the hour here on ESPN. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Kevin.
King of Cleveland. James Sage practiced today, but he has been ruled out for tomorrow's game against the Clippers. It'll be the 18th straight game. He'll be out due to a groin injury. Somewhere Sam Malone is smiling. Kids, YouTube cheers. Before joining the Lakers, LeBron had never missed more than 13 games in his single season, but that groin, it's nagging. Right after LeBron went down with a groin injury, the Lakers were 5th in the West and only 2.5 games out of first place. Since then, the Lakers have gone 6-11 without the King. They're out of the top 8 in the West and now sit 10.5 games behind the conference-leading Golden State Warriors. Dave McMenamin was at Lakers practice today and joins us now. Dave, the Lakers were optimistic about LeBron returning tomorrow, and that won't happen. So what's the timetable for his return?
Well, Kevin, the initial diagnosis is going to be 3 to 6 weeks with this groin injury. They know that these things can be so tricky. It's the type of injury that can linger. And if LeBron comes back and gets re-injured, you can kiss this season goodbye because they are in this tight Western Conference playoff race. If he has to miss another extended period of time, they're not going to be a postseason contender. So they're erring on the side of caution. I don't expect him to be playing against the Clippers or be playing against the Golden State Warriors. Probably the most realistic game he could return would be February 5th against the Pacers. But because he's LeBron James and he's a freak of nature, they want to keep the door open just a little bit because 24 hours with that body could mean a lot. And so that's why they're saying, well, maybe he'll come back before then.
Never say never with LeBron. And with the trade deadline 8 days away, where do the Lakers stand now in their push to make a deal for Anthony Davis?
Well, the amazing thing is that now this sits in that building, in that locker room, and with those young players. Now, Brandon Ingram responded to it incredibly the other day, 36 points, a career high. Kyle Kuzma today said that, you know what, that means that teams want me, and that means I'll have a long career. So that's a good thing if I hear my name in trade rumors. The question is, though, when will the Lakers be able to actually make an offer to the New Orleans Pelicans? Because I had a source tell me last night that Dell Demps, up to this point, is not picking up his phone. So unless he picks up his phone, they won't be able to put some sort of package on the table involving multiple first-round picks, involving these young, talented players that they have. And then we also don't know if Dell Demps, the Hornets general manager, will make the call or not. Will it come up down to him, or will it come down to Gail Benson, the owner of the Pelicans, who previously this month said that, hey, if Anthony Davis wants to go somewhere, we can't stop him.
And again, that deadline, each passing day, it works against the Lakers. If Demps is not picking up that phone, we'll see how this plays out, Dave. Thank you so much. Now, after Thursday's game against the Clippers, the Lakers' schedule will really ramp up. You heard that Dave talked about the reigning champs, the Warriors, as they face them before heading across the country to take on 3 of the top 5 teams in the Eastern Conference.
How's it? This is Sports Center from Los Angeles. He's staying on him. Everybody's talking about him. They hear every word we're saying. James Harden and Anthony Davis, the NBA's top scorer and the league's top story, together.
Yeah, first game for Davis since his agent said he has no intention to sign an extension to remain in New Orleans. That violated a rule in the collective bargaining agreement, so the league fined Davis $50 grand for that Tuesday. He sat out for a 5th straight game with a sprained left index finger. Meanwhile, Harden entered this game with 23 straight games, scoring at least 30 points. Second game back for Chris Paul after he missed 17 with a strained hamstring. And Harden going to work on Solomon Hill plus the foul. Darius Miller on him now. Harden goes right around him. Take another look at this. Miller has his hands behind his back, trying not to reach in, but Harden goes right around him for the floater. Harden setting up the 3, banging it, 15 points, though, on 5 of 13 shooting in the first half. Rockets up 66-59 at the half. They came in 13.5-point favorites. Jahlil Okafor throwing it down. Davis out also. Julius Randle out for the Pelicans. Okafor, 27 points and 12 boards. Pelicans up 3 after 3 quarters. Fourth quarter. Under 4 to go. Pelicans up 10. Drew Holiday was fantastic. 19 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 6 blocks. You got to go back to Michael Jordan for a guard with those numbers. Pelicans up by 12. Now under 2 to go. Harden for 3. That gives him 30 points for the 24th straight game. Houston made a 12-4 run to climb right back in it. 21 seconds to go. Pelicans up by 4. Davis on the bench, active with the coaches, encouraging his teammates. Kenrich Williams missed his first free throw. Here's his second one. Clank, clank. Harden's got the ball. That's what you want if you're Houston. He wants the foul call here, assumes he got it, and just runs out of bounds. Didn't get the call, and they didn't get the win. Impressive win for the Pelicans. Harden with 37.
Terrible loss for us. Terrible. Let down.
Could you feel it coming?
Yeah, we had no energy. We just didn't. It was from the beginning of the game too. You know, they were getting too many easy looks, easy layups. We didn't put no defensive pressure on them at all, and they just carried out the entire game.
Is it hard to turn it on when
we're not good enough to just turn it on? So we got to, get off to really good starts. And obviously tonight was one of those nights where we didn't play well defensively. And I mean, even though we shot the ball well, you give teams confidence, especially early in the game. They're capable of anything.
Not a good start for Houston in this game, but A finish to a great month for Harden. Fourth player in NBA history with 600 points, 100 rebounds, and 100 assists in a calendar month, joining Jerry West, Oscar Robertson, and Elgin Baylor. And that's a heavyweight list. Harden averaged 43.6 points per game in January, seventh most in a month in NBA history. Only player who averaged more, Wilt Chamberlain, in March of 1963, most recently. But New Orleans did get the win on Tuesday with Davis missing his first game since the news came out of his trade request. Pelicans were 13.5-point dogs, making this the largest upset win in franchise history. So no Davis, no problem so far.
Well, it wasn't really drama to us. AD's here. He took his daughter to dinner last night. There's not really any drama for us. I know there's a lot of noise on the outside, but in the locker room, we're still all together. We still love AD. He still loves us. And like I said, he took us to dinner last night, so we're all good.
Right across the street, the Lakers on the Anthony Davis clock, or is it the Pelicans clock? LeBron James listening to Molly Hatchet, missing his 17th straight game. Might be ready to go against the Clips Thursday, depending on how the groin feels Wednesday. Lakers short-handed and outplayed. Somebody tweeted the Lakers playing like a bunch of dudes who want to ruin their trade value so New Orleans won't want them. Like, you'd better learn to love us, LeBron. Good tweet there. How about that right there after giving up 39 in the first? Steve Mikhailuk, former Jayhawk, powered by the Wang Burger.
So you're going to join us on Twitter now?
He's got the dunk, the three ball. Yeah, for sure. Look at LeBron over there. Groin looks fine. Outfit looks fine. Lakers look fine. Brandon Ingram, a career high 36 over Corey Brewer. Get down. It's a 16-0 run for the Lakers. Everybody funny. Now you funny too. Ben Simmons. Don't feel my heat. He had 19 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. More Simmons later, this time getting Embiid involved. Oh, no! There's a man down. Embiid hurts his back, left the game, watched some Flyers highlights, came back into the game, a game the Sixers won. Coach Walton earlier Tuesday on LeBron James's potential return.
My hope is that he continues to get healthy and he's ready to play soon. When that is, we'll take it. We've waited this long. We're not going to rush him back now. So whenever he feels healthy enough to go is when that'll be. I don't think he's going full out yet. We haven't really seen him drive the lane and tomahawk dunk on anyone, but he's moving well, and he's getting up and down the court, shooting well. He doesn't look like he's hurting at all when he moves.
All right, missing you since you've been gone, LeBron. Lakers in the West, headed south since LeBron James's groin sat down. Left December 27th, 2.5 back at first. The beat goes on. They are 10.5 back and out of the playoff 8 as of this moment.